And I was born and educated in Hong Kong, and 30 years ago I immigrated with my two little kids and also my husband to Vancouver. And the reason why I made this decision that I wanted to have a move was because in Hong Kong I got a really good job. So the last job, I spent 17 years in a global pharmaceutical company. But the fact is, I'm using my time, because it's so, every day is very demanding, it's overtime. But at that point of time, my kids are really young. I think pretty much like them, yeah. So background, I was not educated there. So if I do as a worker, then it's hardly give me like the standard that what I enjoyed in Hong Kong. And that's why I think because I'm a very good employee, even though during pregnant I work so hard, and then why not I just work for my own business. And then we talked with my uncles and said, how about we partner with you and we open a branch of the wholesale business in one of the cities with growing population. And then he said yes, okay. And then that's why my husband and me, because my husband also he ran a trading company in Hong Kong. So that's why he also believed this as a business owner really can help us to get a better life. And then we start a business there, which is a wholesaler, and our customers are the licensed hairdresser and the esthetician. So that's why I'm an expert about shampoo. That's why, trust me, Acne shampoo is really the best. Because I think this is a little bit sidetrack, but this is I really want to share. Because our shop are selling shampoo. Because for many brands, they have two lines. One is to sell to the public, and one is selling to the hairdresser, which the quality and the price is higher. So I've experienced before using many high-end hair products. But the fact is, Acne products really the best. Even though my uncle's family, they are not Acne member, but they still, because their shop using those shampoo is free, right? But they chose to pay to use the Acne shampoo because in the ingredients you can feel, it's not like that chemical. It's really very healthy and also giving the hair very bouncy and very fresh, right? So it's different. So we are lucky we can enjoy really good shampoo. So okay, back to the point. I was because in Hong Kong I don't need to do housework, but when I moved to Canada, I did the housework washing. I already bought the more better quality one, but I'm still suffering from the hand dermatitis. And so when I got to know the dish detergent, so natural. Yeah, it's made from the Canada, right? It's a natural ingredient and also vitamin C, right? So I switched and I never got the problem of the hand dermatitis, the rashes. And also because my last job was pharmaceutical company for 17 years, right? So I'm really careful about the ingredients because I strongly believe what we apply, what we eat is our health, determines our health. And that's why at that point I'm using other brand to clean my veggie and fruits because the pesticides and the chemical is not really good for the health. But I found this dish detergent I can run bottle serving dual purposes, and so it's so good. And then I start using the dish detergent and also the household product like the washing detergent like that. But I didn't start using skincare because the price is really cheaper than what I'm using. I didn't do the research. I just thought because I don't know whether you are the Hong people. The price tell you the quality.
Yeah.
And then when I said that price, how can it be so good, right?
Yeah.
And then I didn't start it, and because I didn't do the research, I didn't start the supplements. But because when I immigrated to Canada, my neighbor, who's really good, they are my kids. Their kids are my kids' classmates. So they taught me when you move to a new country, what most important is having build connection. It's like build connection is important. If you have friends and you build more connections, then many problems can be much easier. Referral, and then that's why when I joined, so my sponsor is Ming and Rebecca, so many of them you know. So they invite me to go for the seminar. So actually I didn't want to go because you can even apply for the Korea Mall. I really want to because I see this as a business opportunity. Because you can imagine at that point of my life, already like close to 50, I already invest on my shop. I really don't have any more capital to start a new business. I see really there's no option for me if not actually giving me a breakthrough. Because the reason why I want badly to have an early retirement was because my mother. One of the key reasons, because I'm coming from a family, my parents divorced. And my mother, she's so good to take care of us. And then, and I really want her to have a good life. I can buy her good food, take her to a good restaurant, and travel. That's my wish. And because why I got the urgency, it was once I immigrated to Canada, basically every month I would go back home. And what happened is, at that time, my both parents, their health was really good. But once when I was in Canada, my mother called me and said, "Oh, come back. Daddy is not feeling well." And then I booked the next day flight, and then when I flew back, my dad already passed away. So what gave me is life is really fragile. We really don't know how long my parents, my mom, the remaining mom, she can live. And that's why I really want to retire as early as possible. This is one why. And the other is for my kids. Because I so want badly to travel with them. But remaining in my position, my running the store, I don't have the time and also the resources to do that. So that's why I just work. And I can work it out. And what I feel is, before we do recently I always talk about is, we have to believe network marketing is a really good thing we participate in. Before many us, including me, I was thinking, related to negative thing about network marketing, because it's true, there are so many people, they suffer from network marketing. But Acme is not the same. But why we say network marketing is good? Because through network marketing, you are not work on your own. You are having the leverage, the whole team is building the future together. That's why through participating in network marketing, we can really achieve time and financial freedom within 10 years or even shorter. So we have to trust this is a good system. It depends on how we do it, makes it different. So how we do it, what I found in my earlier time, my biggest mistake is I just get satisfied with signing up members. So when I sign members, I got many, I got good. But the fact is, this is not true. Shouldn't be selling. The key ingredient, the key essence of network marketing is duplication. Is we be a good original. We really use the product well because we are using ourselves as a tool. If we don't change, then how can people believe the product works, right? Because when we talk with people, they are looking at you. You tell me the skincare good, you see your own skin, right? It doesn't reflect, then they won't trust you. Then we really have to use the product widely. So because we want consumption, we want people to change brand. If we never got any experience about any product, then it's hard. Then I don't think we know that product exists, and we won't be even though someone standing in front of us, they got the needs of that product, we won't relate them together. And that's why, first, we have to really use the product, enjoy the product, having that experience. And then when we talk with people, we know I really enjoy acting because it's giving me the chance to talk with people, learn about their stories. This makes my life more meaningful. Yeah, I really enjoy. And then when we got to know more about a person, we know we know their pain, we know what makes them happier, better, and then we can link the product with them. So that makes me feel good because I'm adding value to that person. I'm not selling to them.
It's so famous in Indonesia. So yeah, they are also open for franchise, the building. And then the second one, I also learning about hair. I'm a graduate from L'Oreal, so about hair color, all this stuff, and also doing the makeup. So yeah, it's all of that lah. So I never tell Vivi that this is my background. I never tell until the pandemic hits, and then I just told Vivi, let's do the meeting. And then only there, I saw that members are struggling about their skincare and so forth. Then I volunteered myself to do it online at the Zoom to do the beauty one. And that's only Vivi knows that actually I was working in the beauty industry because in Malaysia, I'm working in the automotive industry. It's totally different. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me. Yeah, next I want to share the highlight for today is GSMC. It's called Go Sales Master Program. So this is the special program that our chairman are preparing for all of us, the Atomian, because they know we need to always be equipped. Why? Because like just now, Sister Janet was saying, if we cannot become the best version of ourselves, how we can motivate or duplicate ourselves to others. So we need to continue to learning, continue to make ourselves better in everything, in the knowledge, in the sharing, and then in the confidence that you can trust this product. Okay, I believe a lot of you has come different profession, and also some of you might be retired. But even though you don't know anything about the network marketing, with this program, the first week you will learn about the history of the network marketing, and it will blow your mind. And then you also will learn how our world has changing, rapidly changing from the technology, the AI that caused us to be aware. Some of us may be afraid. How will the future will be if we've been replaced by the AI? It's really very good program. So I encourage you to spend your time. Make a time for the 8 weeks program. It's not a long story. It's not a long journey because it's feel like a family relationship. Because if our Royal Master have made a time for us here, take this chance to grow yourself better. It's not only for you doing academy to be excellent, but also as a person. Me myself personally, I learned to improve in everything because one thing that sparked me in that book, our chairman says, the book that you read and the video, right? The book that you read daily, it will determine your future in 5 years from now. It showed me. So don't play around with what you fed your mind is, right? So before this, I might not conscious about what I read or what I see. But after I attend the first week, second week, I repent already. So I need to choose selectively, purposefully, intentionally what book that I would like to share. Because this group is not meant for a big group. It's only 4 to 5 persons, so that you can be open to one another, to encourage another, and build your leadership. So self-leadership you will learn in the second week. To be honest, it's not easy. I'm honest, it's not easy because every one of us is busy. Especially Rose, you need to travel here and there, and then met a lot of people, do a side project. So it's not easy, but if you can take your time to commit for this program, you will see the benefit. You first change, and then the other person will see the impact in yourself. Right? And not only that, the habit, the bad habit, it automatically change in after 2 weeks because the survey says after 21 days, our bad habit will change to the new habit, right? So for those of you like to go to watching Korean dramas, spend time in the Netflix until you forget the next day I need to go meeting or so forth. But after you attend this, you will learn a lot because you will choose intentionally what the time you want to use for that day. Okay, for the second week, that book will require us to submit an assignment. The assignment is about reading a book, and then after that to watch the video, the VOD. And then the next one is to use the product. Okay, then the next one is about to attending the meeting. And then the last one is about the member or consumer management. So we learn about this every day. Automatically it becomes a new habit, right? Because if you never use the product, you also don't know how to share to your member. If you don't upgrade your knowledge, let's say I never met her, and she is working at the health industry. I'm from the beauty industry. When I talk with her about ethnic, I will be afraid, right? Because I'm zero about that. But if I upgrade myself by learning in the video, by learning by reading the book, I can confidently share ethnic to her. And then I can share even though I don't know that she is a lawyer. That Patrice is a lawyer, you know. But if I learn a lot also about the things, the fact that the business of network marketing is like what, and what that make people are afraid of, that if you can tackle that and you can confidently share to her, especially if a lawyer, you don't play around with her, they will know this is fake or this is the truth. So you make sure whatever you're sharing to that person makes sense. And then they can trust you, because if they trust you only, they can sign up with you, right? When they sign up with you, just now Janet is sharing to us, don't just sign up, but continue to follow up. So all of this, they will teach us throughout the 8 weeks. Thank you. I hope that you...
And Army are restructuring. We waited for 6-7 months, and I think finally, you know, many of us, our lineage is like this, right? And then we have here, and then here, here, and then here, too many, right? All we need is focusing on one line, right? Then you can see your growth. So it's very hard to wait for your member to expire, trust me. But that 6-month wait, it makes a changes. Within 6 months, you can see how fast it is. So we talk about how many do you need. If you only need, we calculated 37 members left and right, 37 members buying 40,000 PV per month. One members, you only need 37 members. You can get 1.5 million PV already. 40,000 PV means even you are new, your evening set is already 12,000 PV. You need dish detergent, you know, everything else. I'm sure one of your member actually is going to spend more than 40,000, trust me. So if one member is buying more than 40,000, this will reduce.
Hemoglobin is how many?
Hemoglobin is 54,600.
54,600.
See? Do you think you only get so little bit? In fact, very little member. So when we work on this, then suddenly we can see we don't need so many. We focus on a few people. 40,000. In fact, you can get 1.5 million every 2 weeks. And that 1.5 million, when we tell them, what is 1,700 extra in your pocket? It means a lot to us. Yeah. So we're gonna wrap up, but we're gonna do a questions, a desire.